They close at 8. They aren't open. You know, forget it for tonight. Or tomorrow. Just f***ing, like, f*** it. It isn't my fault you waited until last minute to ask me. I have been home all day. Literally all day. It is 9 at night. I need to shower and get ready for work tomorrow. I go to bed around 10ish. You could have asked at any point, and I would have, but I can't help you waited until you ran out and waiting until everything was about to close to ask me. I will get them tomorrow when I go to lunch. There is bottled water in there. Cokes aren't a necessity. Forget it. I will never ask you for anything ever again. Well, you know what? If that last statement were true, and you were never going to ask them for anything ever again, I think they would be grateful. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. We have a new camera now, and a proper light, so video quality should be a bit better than when I was using this little webcam. So let me know what you think. This isn't the set camera angle I'm going for. I'm going to be, in the next few videos, experimenting, moving it around until I find somewhere that I like. So comment down below and say which ones you like most, and by the end of it I'll probably have one that everybody prefers and thinks is a good camera angle. For now, I am going to be looking at r/insaneparents. I've got a new camera and lighting, and I thought, why not, for my first video with the new equipment, go for the subreddit that was responsible for my most recent subscriber boom. So we're returning to this. It's definitely not because my views are starting to drop off again and I want to rekindle that or anything. Hey, is blank your friend on anything? No, why? Just making sure. She's a witch, and I have been having bad luck, and if she was your friend, she could do something to me through that. I know I sound crazy, but it's true. What do you mean? Like a spell. I know you think I'm whack, but I'm serious. Just like I got my car and a rock already hit my windshield and cracked it, and I got a screw in my tire. Like, what are the chances of that? So it must be a witch. What is this, medieval England? Like, oh no, I've just had a bit of bad luck. My friend must be a witch. Ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Well, kiddo, I guess you're not gonna message me for Christmas. I'm glad I wasn't holding my breath. Grandma said you were sick, though, so I guess that's your excuse. I hope, other than being sick, you had a nice day. I love you. Love, your only mother. There's no need to be so passive-aggressive. I got sick yesterday, and I'm still kinda sick today. I was going to text you or call you yesterday, but I didn't get the chance. Also, you didn't message me either when you could have, so this isn't just on me. Merry Christmas. Yeah, and I mean, I believe the OP on Reddit said that they cut contact with their mum. You can kinda see why, I guess. But yeah, like, it's the whole like, oh, I can't possibly be to blame for any of this. It's all my child's fault, even though I am half of the requirement to have a conversation. It's all on the other person. Wow, how did you get like that? Every time my parents drive me to a panic attack, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. Yep. We're gonna see a lot of that kind of thing in today's video. Oh boy. Parents lock 3 kids in rooms for 4 months over COVID-19 fears in Sweden. 3 children were locked up by their parents in their rooms for 4 months, fearing they might catch coronavirus. The children were prevented from leaving the apartment, whose door was nailed shut with planks. The parents don't understand or speak Swedish fluently and followed the news from their home country, which had imposed much stricter rules, the children's lawyer said. So, firstly, I don't care what your country is or what rules your current country is currently going by, nailing doors shut is not an appropriate response to COVID. You just don't need to do that. And second of all, how hard would it have been to have Googled the current COVID situation in Sweden? Because last time I checked, Sweden was doing all right. If there was gonna be a crowned insane parent in this video, I think it would be these parents. I'm just saying, absolutely insane. Some of y'all treat your mama like dirt, but little do you know, once her eyes close, you're going to be more than sorry. Says the one who abused me for my entire life. How sorry does she think these people are gonna be, right? If your kids are at a stage where they are treating you like dirt because you have abused them as a child, when you pass away, how sorry do you really think they're going to be? What are they going to lose out on? Chances are, in this situation, if you're at the age you're going to be passing, they're going to have their own lives and their own jobs. They've probably already cut communication with you. They're not going to be sorry about anything. This one's a two-parter. We got 2 screenshots. I'm going to pay for a lie detector test. And I tell you, I'm going to kill myself, and this is your response? You will all see. How in your mind is that normal? You don't care about me. Your dad and Nan have caused all of this. You make me sick. They didn't cause what you've done to me. You starving me as a child, telling me I need to lose the weight anyway, they caused that? I was a good mom. I was abused mentally and physically. That's not an excuse, by the way. Just because you were abused doesn't mean you abuse. Treat someone how you wish you were treated, if that is the case. Or you beating us, neglecting us, ignoring us to get drunk and do drugs? Go away. I'm not listening to this. I mean, the kid's right. I mean, I say kid. They're probably not a kid anymore. I meant her kid. Whatever. The OP is right, and the mum just... yeah. Let's just move on. There's nothing really more for me to add to this. My dad took away my computer that I paid for simply because I printed something twice accidentally. Now that is what I would call an overreaction. I don't know how in any world you could possibly justify that as not being an overreaction. Oh no, they used 2 pieces of paper. It's the end of the world. How are people like this parents? Is my question. That's the question I have. I can't believe I raised a racist. By saying Black Lives Matter, you are putting color in front of the lives, and Black Lives Matter is the biggest racist organization out there. Your color shouldn't matter, and you should not be included in anything that you need to say. Black Lives Matter are bullies and communists. Communist alert! We have a communist alert, everybody. That want to rip apart our society. Learn what communist means. Right, here's the context for that image. Our mum woke my sister up this morning by calling her a racist for sharing a BLM post on Facebook. The ensuing argument led to my mum mocking my sister for crying and telling her to go tell her therapist about all her trauma. My mum is now trying to get my sister to move out. This is not what you call good parenting. If she gets a therapist, then good on her, because she's doing something that is going to help her out. Black Lives Matter is a good movement. In fact, we have a statistic now, an actual statistic that shows that 93% of all Black Lives Matter protests in America were peaceful. That means 7% of them were violent. Black Lives Matter is a good movement, and it is an important movement, okay? Right? Are you on board? And it's definitely not racist. It's the opposite, in fact. And it's not communist. And I don't know how you could even begin to assume that it would be communist. I love you, Mom, but you can't hit me and disrespect me and then act surprised when I defend myself. All you do is disrespect me. That's all you do. I'll smack you on the ass because of that, because you're my child. But for you to lay your hand on your mom, girl, that is wrong in every aspect of it. So don't tell me you love me. I'm an adult, and you aren't allowed to hit me. I'm 27. But fine, I won't. I know we can never have a mature adult relationship because you still act like I'm a child and that's all you see me as. Popping you on the ass for being disrespectful is not hitting, girl. Girl, yes it is. Yes, it absolutely is. Hitting a child or an adult or hitting anybody out of a disagreement is a sign that you should not be a parent and were not ready to be a parent. If you are so up yourself that you believe that any question of your authority deserves violence, then you are not in a position that you should be looking after a child. Learn to take some criticism once in a while without responding to it with violence, or this is how you end up with children that cut communications and never want to see you again, and potentially get prison sentences for beating your children. How long after vaccines can a reaction occur? Last vaccines was this was, I believe the context with these vaccines were months ago. Does this look like vaccine injury / autoimmune response or allergic reaction? Nothing has changed at all with foods, detergents, soap, or anything at all. This rash is on week 2. He is on steroids and Benadryl. Also, what can I tell my friends as far as detoxes and natural treatments? So, your child has a rash. They haven't had any recent vaccines, so you can rule that out because they haven't had any recent vaccines. How are you trying to make this about vaccines? Children get rashes. Okay, it happens. This can happen because of, judging by this picture, your carpet is nasty. That's how that probably happened. This child is spending all day crawling around on it. Detergents can also cause it, yes. And just because you haven't had a recent change in detergents or soap doesn't mean that hasn't caused it, because it can take a while for things to happen. You might have a soap for years and never have a problem with it, and then one day suddenly you just start having issues with it. That's just how human bodies work. Stop trying to blame vaccines when there haven't been any for a long time. Anti-vaxxers will do anything to make it about vaccines, I swear. And the final image. I have to forgive you. For what now? I just needed to tell you that. Starting a new, refreshed life. Love you forever. At least you recognize forgiveness is ongoing with that response. I wish I had someone when I was your age to talk through things like I want to with you. I think you would be proud of me. Context of this is they had like a small argument or something. It wasn't even like a big argument, it was a disagreement, and every time it happens their mum's like, I have to forgive you. It's like, you ain't forgiven me for nothing, you caused this. I feel unhappy. That's how this video has left me. I should be excited and happy because I've got this new equipment and my video quality is about to get better, or is getting better in fact, not about to. But no, we had to look at this subreddit and now I'm unhappy. So you did this. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you want to support me, it would honestly help. I have a Patreon you can go support me at. You don't have to, but it helps with getting equipment. Cameras are expensive, you know? Microphones are expensive. If I wasn't getting money from unemployment, I would not have any of the equipment I have right now. But unemployment's not gonna last forever, you know? I've got to turn YouTube into a living somehow. I also stream over at Twitch every Thursday and Saturday at 8 o'clock UK time, so go check that out, say hi. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.